Camera for Donny.
Go for Donny.
Sound for Donny.
Go for Donny.
Makeup for Donny.
Go for Donny.
What's up for Donny?
Go for Donny.
Grip department for Donny.
Go for Donny.
Wardrobe for Donny.
Go for Donny.
Adam for Donny.
Go for Donny.
Hello.
Adam Ferrara, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Donny McGuire. This is Go for Donny, and that is Adam Ferrara. Adam, how the hell are you doing?
How are you? Look at you. Look how handsome. You lost weight. You got the head. It looks like picture day.
Well, with you, I had to get all dolled up for you, Adam, because
You look great, my friend. I love and I miss you.
I miss you too. I mean, one of the reasons why we're doing this podcast is so hopefully, selfishly, one day we could all work together again.
Yes, please. Well, time of my life. I mean, look, I'll deny I said it, but I love those two idiots and all the other idiots on the set, and I include myself in that calculation. I've been so lucky, Donny, because first of all, I get to do this for a living. So anybody that gets to do what we do for a living are lucky people. But it's always been, as I knock on wood, a family atmosphere, and especially Top Gear, because it wasn't like a regular show. I didn't have a trailer to go to when everything got too much. We had a Suburban I had to share with the two other idiots that we found out one of them was lactose intolerant and shouldn't give them dairy in the morning. So we were a traveling army. I mean, we had to get along. And the nice thing about, well, not the nice thing, but one of the things about having the show the way we had it was if you didn't fit in, it was immediate. It was immediate because we all had to rely on each other. And you were the ringmaster. I mean, I don't know if everybody knows that you kept everything together and everyone was screaming this, Donny! Donny! in different accents.
Yeah. No, and I'm glad you touched on that because that's the two things that is the overarching theme of this podcast, I think. And our time on Top Gear was trust that we had to build with each other for the things that we did, and camaraderie. And the camaraderie that we found there, it was just amazing. I've never found it or translated on any other project that I've worked on. And to date, some of those people on that show, the crew, are still some of my closest friends to date. So it's amazing that we had that. And I think that's what a little magic sauce that made everything so much fun. And it translated on screen with you guys.
So a lot of them is trust and family atmosphere. Those are the two main themes of the podcast?
No. I'm talking about Top Gear. Trust and camaraderie from Top Gear. And that's the theme kind of like of why we're doing this, because we'd always come together and talk about the stupid, crazy, fun stories that we did all the time. And everyone got sick of them. So Jay and I decided, why not let everyone else in on the story and fill them in on how much fun we had on that show and how special it was.
That's great. I have to apologize to you. I thought this was a true crime podcast, so I might not be.
One more about that time on Top Gear.
No, it was the time of my life. And Jay and the crew and Good Hair Gary and Rupert and Roche and Greg and all our camera guys, Peacock Dan, Tabitha, everyone that contributed to making the show. We were just the three idiots that did the talking. But, the nuts and bolts of the show, we all had to move as an army and with a very tiny budget. Just so you know.
Very tiny. Yeah.
Very tiny budget.
How about those residuals? So,
what?
So, I mean, we did throw you guys in a lot of crazy, stupid situations. I was just scrolling through some photos last night of many of you and seeing your big happy face when you were sitting in that tank when we were at the NTC at Fort Irwin for the military episode.
So we go to a military episode, right? And there's a tank, and then a big Abrams, an A1 F1A1, a big friggin' tank, 50 calories on it. Yeah. So we're sitting around in the production meeting, and all right, who wants to go in the tank? Mate, they didn't finish the sentence. I was in the tank. I go, hell yes. So I'm in the tank. My head is out, and all the guys in the tank. First of all, the guy that drives the tank, he isn't in it. He's between the tracks, sitting like this, playing a video game. He's not even in there. We see him on a little screen and he's talking. He's just driving, laying down like this, like some shut-in playing a video game, peeing in a mason jar. That's him. I got my head out. I'm the TC, the tank commander. Then there's a guy that has the breach comes back. There's a guy that stands here and takes the shells out. And there's two other guys like navigating stuff. So I'm in the tank. I'm jumping up and down. I'm so excited. My head is out. I'm screaming every line I can remember from Patton. I'm like, Rommel, you magnificent bastard. I read your book. I mean, just time of my life. So then we get clearance to shoot off the cannon. So we blasted off 10 rounds and the tank goes like this. Boom, boom. And I was having the time of my life. That night I went to bed Next day, because we slept at the barracks, we get up the next day, we're at production meeting in the morning, and I got this monster headache. And I'm like, we didn't drink last night. Why am I so banged up like this? And the sergeant comes over. So how you doing this morning? I said, well, I feel like I have a hangover. We didn't drink. He said, you've had shock waves go through your body 10 times when we blasted that thing off. I was
you don't even think about that. You don't even think about that.
I didn't think about it either. Had I known, I would have drank. If I'm going to get a hangover.
It would have leveled you out. The smile on your face. I know we have some photos of it and we have some video of that, but you were the happiest I've seen you probably ever. I mean, fire, a tank, or blowing shit up. That's right up your alley, Adam. Or I don't know if you remember another story. Here I am telling you the stories that you're supposed to be sharing with me. Navajo Nation to Moab, the rental car episode.
Oh, yeah.
I've talked with Dan and Rupert about this, about the placement of the bouncy castle for that. Tanner went over it a little bit. Adam, I mean, what do you remember from that day?
Okay, here's what I remember from that. First of all, my back felt so good because I laid on the roof of the Mustang because we slept in the desert. So I laid on the roof. I'm like, oh, this arched right by my back. It's great because driving a rental car, we're getting banged up the whole thing. And I don't have a lot of clearance in that Mustang. I had a regular 6-cylinder Mustang, and there was
rock crawling.
No lift. Yeah, no. Rock crawling in a car with no clearance. So what I remember was Tanner having the best. He had the Lincoln, but they bagged the suspension, so he had some suspension travel in it, and then it got all stiffened up. So I remember coming up. I don't know what happened. I think he blew one of the bags on it, and then Rut was in a Yaris. So
the Yaris.
I remember the sand. Remember the sand in the beginning? The first challenge was the sand.
It was horrendous. Yeah, it was very thick.
Yeah. Thick sand, and Rut got stuck, and I think we had to pull Rut out or something.
Yep. He used the winch. Tanner had the winch.
Tanner had a winch on the back of a Lincoln. So Tanner used the winch, and I remember we were arguing over money. And I said, I think one of the things I remember screaming out was for $50, he should tug you harder than that. I think that was one of the lines.
He did say that. I think verbatim.
Yeah, I think. But I remember that, and I remember we allowed to say what we did. Well, I remember the tents we were sleeping, and everyone's getting loaded. I remember that one night.
I was dancing around that with Tanner, and then Tanner kind of went into it and explained a little about our fiesta out in the desert.
Yeah, he had a bunch of fiesta. I remember I was in the tent going, "This isn't going to end well. I know what I got to do tomorrow. I don't want to see anybody naked and dancing. I just."
What happens in the desert stays in the desert.
What happens in the desert scars you for life. So I stayed in my tent. But then the next day I remember getting up and we came up to the cliff and we all had to figure it out. And Rut had the big crane, right?
Yep.
The Yaris, the little yellow suppository. So he picked that up. Tanner tried to wench it down with the wench, and I wanted to fly. Still do. I wanted to fly. So we put the hang glider on the 6-cylinder Mustang. Donnie, we hit the bouncy castle. We've seen the way that any landing you could walk away from, kids.
Right.
But we did hit the bouncy castle. And that's what my memory was. That was Rupert maneuvered the bouncy castle.
So the way I remember it, because I was up top with you and Rupert, because he was getting some last filming done with you. Dan was down below with Tanner. Mm-hmm. Dan was the one that wanted to move the bouncy castle to the spot where the car actually landed. Mm-hmm. If you remember, and then it bounced, it flipped up. And that's when it landed on the bouncy castle. So they were kind of both right, but Rupert won out in the end. But it got a little tense there before we called action up top.
They were yelling. I was sitting there thinking to myself, this might actually work. I remember convincing myself going, this could launch me into an entirely different kind of field. Maybe aerodynamics is for me. I remember being caught up like this could actually friggin' work. Those guys are arguing, and they're both English, so they're arguing in another accent. And I'm just turning. I said, get your shit together. So just let me know when I got to push this thing. And Rupert was right, and we hit was it a stalactite or a stalagmite? I don't know which one goes up, which one goes down, but we hit
it. It was the one that was up, and we kind of took it out. And the thing is, for those of you following along at home, we couldn't do that that was private land because Colorado just said, you're not doing that shit here. So we had to find private land, and we did. There was a guy who actually, I guess, owned the mountain, but he living in that sliver. Mm-hmm. A double wide at the base of the mountain, and the mountain was his backyard. I don't know how we convinced him to let us do this shit. So he was sitting there. We did it. The car comes down, goes off. I'm screaming, fly, Peggy, fly. I hear it go and hit that. And it's like a bomb going off. I can't see anything. All I see is the dust from all the broken, shattered earth of what I've done with this car. And the rumbling, it sounded like they were Brontosaurus racing each other. That's what it sounded like. All kinds of shit.
And the guy that lived downstairs, when he came out, when I looked over, he was standing there. And as the dust settled, I swear I heard him say, "You guys broke the mountain. You broke it. You broke the mountain." I didn't know that was going to happen. It's broke.
I can't believe we did that. I can't believe you came up with it. I can't believe it was actually successful and it launched. I mean,
See, thank you for saying successful. I still maintain every interview I do when they bring this up, I go, I hit the bouncy castle.
Hey, that was a target. It launched and it landed.
Yep.
What happened in between? I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't have video of that. We only have the video of it launching and landing. So it looked good for me.
And I remember the end of the episode where at that self-washing car,
I forgot about that.
Car, and all I got left is a bumper, and I'm just cleaning my bumper.
You and bumpers. Didn't you take off a bumper on a Jeep Cherokee or the Jeep Wrangler?
No, that was Ryan.
Oh, that's Rybear.
That was Rybear. That was Ryland. Okay, so and I got the heat for it. But Ryland was driving. It was an Escalade.
That's right. It's Cadillac Escalade. That's right. Rutledge had the Jeep. That's right.
It was Lincolnfelter's. It was Lincolnfelter's supercharged Escalade, who I ran into in SEMA, and I went, "I'm sorry, man. It wasn't me." I had to tell him the story. So we wrap for the day, right? So when we wrap for the day, we get in a Suburban, and Tanner drives. I'll tell you guys what happened. We had the Suburban was everything for us. They gave us one Suburban and said, "Don't bother the crew. We'll call you when we need you. You guys are carny trash." So every time we drove to and from the gig, Tanner would always drive, because if he doesn't, he gets car sick if he doesn't drive. Rut drives too slow. And even with GPS, I get us lost. So, all right, race boy, go sit up there, drive, whatever you want to do. So Tanner's driving. So we drive back to and from set. And when I say we're a family, we really were. I mean, we all lived together, but we ate together. Rut, Tanner, and I had every meal together. We'd meet in the hotel for breakfast, and then lunch we ate sitting on the back of a truck somewhere. And then we all went out to dinner at night. So we all traveled together. So Tanner's driving back, and Ryland has to drive, the crew drives the cars back. So Ryland's on the beach. Who knew there were speed bumps on the beach? Anyway, he just,
oh my gosh.
Boom, and the whole front clip of the Escalade went off. And we're all in the parking lot that night, and we're like, and you could see him. He was like, I don't know how it happened. And I'm like, all right, we got to come up with something, because I got to drive this damaged thing this morning. So we had to come up with, I had to take the hit.
Poor Rybear. I mean, I don't know if you've wrecked a few vehicles in your time. You may have.
Oh, I have. I don't. Have you seen the show?
You've wrecked a few. You've maybe flipped a few. Like one of my other favorite stories, and one of the best days of my life was homemade RVs at that dirt track when you're driving a beautiful vehicle of yours with a flat iron building on top of it.
72 Buick Centurion convertible.
Excuse me. Sorry. They didn't
make
disrespect the Buick.
Yes. They didn't make a lot of them. Here was my plan. See, what you guys don't know is, like, we would have a phone call meeting, and John Hessling, our executive producer, would be like, "Well, what you want to do now, boys?" And I remember thinking, I want to make tanks and shoot each other. He went, "Brilliant." And that's when I realized there's no adult in the room. So when we had RVs, we had to pitch our ideas for RVs. And my pitch was, I'm taking a little bit of home with me, so I feel at home. And he goes, "Okay, I like your line of thinking. Well, what do you have in mind?" "I'm going to put the Flatiron Building on a Buick." "Hold it. Let's review." So I put the Flatiron Building, because my apartment in New York is a couple blocks from there.
Oh.
It's 23rd and 5th is the Flatiron Building is right there. And my apartment's a couple blocks the other way. So we designed a Flatiron Building. And because I wanted to crawl up into it so I didn't have to get out, we had to get a convertible. So we got a convertible, and we built a bottom, and it had a toilet in it. It had a bed in it. It was great, but it was top heavy. And it was 13 feet, 4 inches. And we looked at the path we were going to drive. And I think the overpasses were like 13 feet, 6 inches. So it was sketch. Yeah. I think we had to let some air out of the tires to get through these underpasses. Because I remember like this, I'm like, this could be it. And we made it. So at the end of it, you remember the hurricane? We had to do the hurricane test.
Do I remember? That's one thing that I'm going to talk to Gary Schaefer about, is he always threw my ass in to test out things for you guys to make sure it's safe. Yeah. If it wasn't safe, what's going to happen?
Donny was our crash test dummy. If Donny lived, we would do it.
I think you were there. Rutledge was there. Everyone was throwing shit in. So the guys had to stand in front of a couple of big fans, industrial fans, with water. And then we were throwing things so they'd hit them. And so they were throwing chairs and beach balls and dolls and stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess it was safe enough to put you guys in.
Everything we could get a hand on.
So Gary decided it was safe enough to put you guys in each vehicle and throw the hurricane at you guys. And you got tore up. The Flatiron building.
Beat the hell out of
Didn't it go up and through in there and funnel through and shit everywhere?
Yeah, it was all kinds of stuff. So we went through all of that stuff. And part of my Buick was I needed to cook. So the exhaust would shoot flames. We had a tank underneath. So we could cook. It was the fire-breathing Buick. And we were making hot dogs on a stick with the exhaust.
Oh, that was a redneck hill in Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh my gosh.
You want to know how janky that was? Even though everyone there at the Charlotte Motor Speedway was like this. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. That's going to kill you.
Oh my God.
So that was part of the Buick that I loved too. But at the end we had a race. And I think it was Max Pappas in an RV who pit maneuvered me.
It was,
was it Max?
Their names were right on the tip of my tongue. Yeah.
So
three
we're all
NASCAR
racing
drivers.
Yeah.
Right?
So the Buick wasn't fast to begin with. You put the Flatiron building on it, your speed may vary. So when he pit maneuvered me, I felt it going over because it took a while for that. Once the balance point hit, you feel it going over. So I had time. It was like a slow motion death. And I remember looking down, and I've rolled enough cars at this point to realize this is going to hurt. So I was like, oh, that looks welded. Let me hold on to that. And
oh shit,
it was. So that one wasn't so bad.
It was bad for us because we were all watching this happen, and those three drivers, they were just getting crazy in those motor humps, like hitting each other.
And then
when he pit maneuvered you and you went over, oh my God, we were freaking out. Like everyone went running out there. Like, thank God you're okay. And I think we may have just checked on you, and you're like, yeah, I'm good. And then I think we just kept rolling until we lost those three drivers. And then as soon as we lost the NASCAR drivers, they threw myself, Jeremy, and one other person in those three motorhomes. And we kept driving around with Tanner and Rutledge while your vehicle was on the side. And we just kept driving around in circles. It was amazing.
As they passed because they're heartless bastards. That one wasn't bad. The scariest one I will tell you, and the most sobering phone call I had was when we were in when we did we went to Canada with the amphibious ones.
Amphibious vehicles. Yep. Yeah.
That one was scary because that was really close. We were really close to death on that's when I really came close to dying, that and Rubicon. But I remember Rut on the conference call in the hotel room. Rut's a very kind man, but he's like, listen guys, we almost lost Adam again today. I think, can we get a little bit more focused on how this shit's going to end? And he was really concerned. I'll tell you one where Tanner was very concerned with me and actually yelled at me. Do you remember the Continental Divide? Remember we went through the coast to coast, and we went through the Eisenhower Tunnel in Colorado. So we're going through the Eisenhower Tunnel. And I had a Viper, and Tanner had the McLaren. I remember we were arguing over the McLaren because it had the best suspension, and we had to go from coast to coast. We were arguing over that, but then I said, it's America. I need an American supercar, so I took the Viper. Rudd had the Super Trofeo, and I told him, I said, man, that Gallardo platform, he's taller than me, Rudd.
Jeez.
The pedal box has the firewall there, and it's like your left leg is going to be so cramped up, and it was. That's why I like the Hurricane. When the Hurricane came out to replace the Gallardo, they opened up the pedal box. So I was like, oh, that's good. And you know what else they did? They put the directionals on the steering wheel in the Hurricane, because before they were on the Gallardo platform, they were right by the paddle. So they were right by the left
behind it.
Paddle. Yeah. I'm hitting the directional stalk when I'm shifting. So I'm glad Lamborghini heard me bitching.
Yeah, right. Oh, Adam.
So anyway, we got to go through the tunnel. So Tanner, for those of you guys, Tanner is he's what he says goes on the set when it comes to the car.
Very safe.
So he goes through it first. He tells me, so look, don't go over 100. You got big tires. It's uneven pavement. You catch a wrong wheel, you'll spin, you'll go right into the wall. So don't go over 100 miles an hour. I'm like, copy you. So I get into the Viper. And for those of you who don't know, when you redline a Dodge Viper, the tack, if you redline it, the tack lights up red and a Viper's head comes out.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen that. Yep.
I didn't need it till I redlined it. And I'm like, I like to look at it.
I want to see that again.
I want to see it again. Redlined every shift. Next, so I'm talking to the camera. I'm flying through the tunnel, redlining, giggling like a lunatic. Hair's on fire. I look down and I'm way over 100. I was like, last time I looked down, it was 147. I come out of the tunnel and you could hear it. It's like, poof, when I come out of the tunnel. So Race Boy, he's got his ears and all this other stuff. Just by the sound, he knows I'm going over 100 miles an hour. So after we do something, there's another setup for us, and we all set up and we all do the postmortem of whatever the stunt or challenge was, right? So we're all lined up. Donnie's walking around going, all right, we're ready to go. So Tanner looks at me before Rupert calls action and goes, how fast did you go? I said, last time I looked down, it was like $147. And he actually said this thing. He goes, you're a fucking idiot. What did I tell you? And he was angry. He was angry at me. Wow. And so he's yelling at me and I'm like pushing back and I go, are you out of here? And all of a sudden Rut leans in and goes, I think what Tanner was saying was he was worried and he loves you. I said, okay. Thank you for interpreting that.
Good spin on it from Rutledge.
He got angry with me for doing that. And he should. I don't know if you've seen the show, but he's illustrated to me before that I have no risk management system.
No, you don't. But I will say, I like to take pride in how safe we were. I want to say for as much stupid shit that we did and the crazy places we went, we were pretty safe. I mean, even crevasse or not. Yeah. You know?
I know where you're going.
We can talk about that on Switch to Channel 2 because I think that might be one of your favorite ones. But I just have one last question for you here. Do you think that you and Rhett and Tanner will ever do a show together again, other than Go for Donny, of course?
If we had our way, we would. Look, we still love each other. I would look for anything to do with those idiots. I just, I would like to. So if you have another show, Donny, you let me know. Sure.
I'll talk to my agent. They'll call yours and we'll hook something up. But Adam, I can't thank you enough for being on the show. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll be able to get all three of you back on at some point so we can go through some more stupid shenanigans.
I need to tell the audience, the Go for Donny audience, about how, because Donny's not going to tell you how valuable he was to the show. And he traveled with his own spices. This was amazing to me. Every time... He's the most prepared man I've ever worked with. I mean, this is pretty much, it's almost like a survival show because you're out in the desert. So if you don't bring it with you, if you can't hunt it down and kill it and prepare it yourself, that's all you got. Donny had spices. What was that thing? The spices. Yeah.
I'd bring my tagine to set. Yeah.
Yeah. He has everything. He's sitting there. He has little hibachis. He's cooking shit. He's got all kinds of stuff. So, and he's the one that I always went to when shit went bad, like after I would wreck something, which was more often than not.
We talked a lot. We had a lot of conversations.
Fucking Donny. And he just calms you down. So, and you need that calm voice just to maneuver things around and know how things get done. So a lot of this show wouldn't have happened without you, Don.
Well, thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. And hopefully we'll be able to do it again and get the family back together and have some more shenanigans, right? Some safe shenanigans, that is.
Are we going to do the crevasse story real quick?
Yeah, if you want to talk about it, I'd love to hear it.
All right. We're in Iceland, right? And we get there and I had a Chevy, right? I had a K.
You had the Chevy Navy truck. Yeah. Silverado, I think.
No. Oh, yeah. No. Iceland was, I had a Chevy pickup, a non-turbo diesel. I wasn't going anywhere fast. No.
Very slow up that hill.
And I had to carry the fuel. I had all that. Basically, I had a slow moving bomb. That's what I was driving. So I got, and we had granny gears because the big thing about Iceland was we would let the air out of the tires. So the footprint of the tires was wider. Yeah. So, but I mean, we had like maybe a pound of air and I just waiting with it. And you'd heat the granny gear be going. And the amazing thing is I would keep the door open, look down, look at the snow and see if we're moving and everyone, and then the truck actually would catch you after a while and you'd see it moving. And it's like, oh, look at this. So I had to go through this, and we had, was it Geasley?
Geasley. He was a guy from Arctic Trucks. Geasley from Arctic Trucks.
He was a guy that usually keeps us from killing each other or keeps us from killing ourselves and knows where everything is. He's like our guide. He was our Sacagawea. So you got to be careful of the crevasses because there's the ice layer here and then there's a big air gap underneath it and then another ice layer and then death. So we finished my shot, whatever I had to do.
Last shot of the day.
For the last shot of the day. We finish it. We get through everything. Let's go. There's whale meat and beer back at the hotel. So don't ever do this, kids. If you got the shot, go home. You know what? One more. That's the one that gets you. And this is the one that got me. We went around. I had to do another pass. The cameras were still up. I came back, hit a soft spot. The whole nose of the truck goes into the crevasse.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the headlight was on. The light is shining up and I'm dangling like this. And the radio is like over here. So
I can do it.
Grasping for the radio. Key the radio. Now we're on an open channel. And I hear Geasley on the open channel say, we have a truck in the crevasse. Please come over with the ropes. We need to extract the truck. There is one of the men is in the truck and please come over quickly, but it is not an emergency. That's what I heard. I grabbed the radio and went, not an emergency.
Not emergency.
Not an emergency. This is because you're on the outside. This is an emergency. I'm dangling here. I'm screaming. They can hear me without the radio, Donnie. It's echoing in the glaciers.
We could hear you from where we were far, far away when we saw this happen. It was frightening.
Not an emergency, my ass, you Arctic fuck. I was screaming. All I hear is my inner thoughts and Tanner laughing. That's all I hear.
And so Tanner talks about this as well. He was right there and he saw it all happen.
Yeah.
How frightening it was and how amazing Geesley and the how in slow motion you're trying to get, you're cheating deaths with a crevasse, and then Geesley and crew come down and they're able to extract you and get the truck out of the crevasse in a short amount of time as well. So it was really impressive. Yeah. And but I'm glad
it was one of those movies.
I'm glad we didn't leave you. Yeah. We didn't leave you.
No, thank you. Thank you for, have we forgotten anything? Did we get the tie downs? Did we get the extra ties? You got the gas can? Is Adam? Oh, we lost Adam. Yeah.
Oh, Adam.
One of the scariest ones. And Tanner and Rudd, I had Richard Hammond on my podcast and we talked about almost dying. And actually what it feels like, Donnie, I'll leave you with this, but I want to tell you, remember Rubicon?
Yeah.
So I'm in a Geo Tracker. The balance point to this truck is all screwed up. I mean, I remember I had to zip tie the transfer case handle to the passenger seat because it kept popping out of 4 low. So we just zip tied it. That'll work. So we're going up. I think it was Cadillac Ridge. And kids, there's no guardrails.
Straight down.
There's a path in the side of the mountain where your wheels might fit. And then death. So we're coming around some corner. Tanner's behind me, and the car starts going. I mean, the truck is this
starts sliding.
No, it's tipping. I don't know why it's tipping. So yeah, this was on camera. So if this is the edge of the rail, car's like that, and I was this point. So, and I'm harnessed. I got the 5-point harness on. I'm locked in, and the car's this way. All I can see out the passenger window that's open is sky. I don't see the ground. So I shove all my weight to this side. And this is what I was talking to Hammond about. Everything slows down. And there was a calmness that came over me because I'm like, all right, my weight is on this side. That's all I can do. I can't get out. If I move anyway, I don't know how this is going to end. So I've done everything I can do. Then the checklist in my head goes, and Donnie, it's all in slow motion. I'm like,
wow.
All right. My manager will, I got a will. She'll find the money I stashed. She'll be cleaning or something and find the cash I'm stashing for my football. She'll find my gambling money. That'll be good. She'll use that. My mother knows I love her. She'll be taking care. And I'm going through the checklists of if this is it and I check out, everything's going to be fun because I got nothing but time. I can't do anything. That's the calmness that came over me. And when I was talking to Hammond, he had the same thing when he broke his leg. He said not in the Vampire Dragster when he almost killed himself, but when he wrecked the electric car, he was laying there. He had a busted leg and he was laying there and he had the same experience where things were slower while I broke my leg. You're kind of observing yourself and then you go through your checklist of what's important. The people you love will be taken care of. So that was really, the fact that I can have that conversation when we both had that experience, that was pretty wild. And I want to thank Top Gear for almost killing me several times.
Well, hopefully you'll come back on the show and we'll have one show dedicated to all the times that Top Gear almost killed Adam Ferrara. Adam, I can't thank you enough. It's amazing having you on here. Everyone, thank you for coming on. Don't forget to check our website out at gofordonny.com. This is not only an audio podcast, but it'll also be a YouTube video podcast. And you can also follow us on all the social media links down at the bottom of our website. So guys, don't forget to check out Go for Donny Switch to Channel 2, where I'll be firing off some questions to our guests to get some more answers out of them to see what they're really about. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate you. And don't forget HTFU.
There you go. Love you, Donnie.
Thanks, Adam.
Production for Donny.
Go for Donny.
Locations for Donny.
Go for Donny.
Habitat for Donny.
Go for Donny.
Hey, Donny, what the hell are they doing?